The man was destined to be the next master of Pawnshop No. 8. He could have remained forever young and immortal, but for his wife he was willing to give up the master's title. For years he quietly guarded her side. He even pawned 5 things, including his eyes and his legs. Only then did his wife gain the wealthy life she has now. One day he accidentally discovered his wife was cheating with her assistant. Not only that, his wife was planning to stage an accident to kill him, and then be together with the assistant forever. Unbeknownst to her, 3 days earlier, the old master of the pawnshop had temporarily lifted the man's contract, giving him 7 days to decide whether to stay by his wife's side, or leave and accept the pawnshop's new mastership. When he returned home, he found his wife and the assistant tangled together again. The wife still thought the man was the same blind, crippled person. She lied that she had to deal with company paperwork, then went to the bedroom with the assistant. Watching the scene before him, the man found it laughable. He realized he had been in love with nothing more than a childhood illusion. As a child, the boy had been withdrawn in the orphanage, often ostracized by the other kids. Only the woman did not mind him and played with him. When he grew up, he was chosen by the old master of Pawnshop No. 8, who wanted him to take over a pawnshop that managed both the living world and the underworld, trading in human souls, bodies, and next life destinies. But he refused it all to be with the woman. He even traded his legs, his eyes, and other things so she could become beautiful and rich. In 3 years he pawned things 5 times. He never expected the woman to betray their marriage. Now he decided to take back everything he had lost. To revenge his unfaithful wife, the man destroyed the 5 contracts he had once signed, and reclaimed the legs and eyes he had pawned. His wife would soon suffer a backlash and lose everything she possessed, and would endure 10 times the pain he had suffered. Immediately after, the man signed the appointment papers to become Pawnshop No. 8's new master. Still unaware, the wife was still entangled with the assistant. Suddenly the secretary called, telling her that Pawnshop No. 8 had reappeared. The assistant was baffled at the news. The woman explained that anyone who met the pawn conditions could have all their wishes granted, as they were about to resume their intimacy to celebrate. The man appeared and interrupted them. He asked his wife to pour him a glass of water. To get back at him, the assistant spoiled the mood, deliberately filling a cup with scalding hot water and handing it to the man. The man pretended to slip and knocked the water over. The assistant screamed at once from the burn. The man demanded to know who it was. The wife didn't know her husband had regained his sight, and explained that it was a poor student she had sponsored before. He had come to report to her about his work. Seeing their embarrassed faces, the man could barely hold back a laugh. The next day, the woman prepared to take the assistant to meet Pawnshop No. 8's new master, intending to introduce the assistant to high society connections. After reminding her husband to wait for her at home, she left with the assistant. The woman could never have imagined that the current master she had been longing to meet was the husband who had accompanied her for 3 years. The man cast a spell to take in his hands the most cherished candy jar, a gift the woman had given him when they were children. But now that candy jar held no value for him at all. As the glass jar shattered, their marriage was about to come to an end. Meanwhile, Pawnshop No. 8 was already packed with people. When the richest man saw the woman approaching, he remembered how the pawnshop's assistant had once convinced him to unconditionally invest $100 million in the woman's company. Since then, the tycoon's business had flourished.